What is going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to another edition of On the Road to Victory. I am your host, Jimmy Smith, and I hope you're all enjoying your Monday night as best as you possibly can. I'm still reeling. I'm going to be real with you all. I appreciate each and every one of you tuning in, whether you're watching live, watching it later. I do truly appreciate you if you're taking the time here. I know a lot of people in pain. I am one of those people. I am definitely still hurting about this game. And, last night took the drive to Philly to go hang out at my brother's house. Wanted to be there, be a part of it if, that was to go down. And unfortunately, that's not the way it went down. And I'll tell you what, that was the longest drive home in my entire life. My family weren't in the car. Might have contemplated driving myself off the road. That's not even, I don't even want to joke about that, but it was pretty rough. I was definitely going through a million scenarios in my head, losing my mind. And, I got home around 2:00 and, it was actually almost 3:00 by the time I got home, but man, I almost made a video because I just couldn't stop thinking about it. And I went to bed a little after 3:00 and woke up today pissed off. But I was rocking my Eagles gear, right away in the morning. Had a Duncan guy that literally he had a cardboard sign on that said, "Hey, Eagles fans, maybe next year." And at first, I thought he would maybe say something because I was wearing Eagle stuff, but didn't say anything. He apparently wanted to say something, but when it was right in front of him, didn't have anything to say. So, you know me, I had to say something. So, I asked him who his team was, and what a surprise! What a surprise it is. But yeah, he told me it was the Cowboys. I laughed. He gave me the rest of my order, and I asked him for some extra napkins. After he grabbed the napkins and went to hand them to me, no, those aren't for me. Those are for you, big dog. Maybe next century. Gave him a little wink and drove off. You see, I'm one of those people that I will bleed green until the day I die. So let's not get this twisted. I am hurt. I am crushed. I am pissed at a lot of things. But one thing I'm not is turning my back on the Philadelphia Eagles. I love the Eagles. And that is why I am so crushed. This team, without the mistakes in the first half, we would have been dominating them. And we're still up by 10. I was very confident in this team. Okay, well, we looked so good. And if without those mistakes, we can definitely demolish them, right? Win this game. Then the second half begins and the defense completely shits the bed. Special teams. We had some offensive miscues. Quez Watkins not catching the ball. There was just so much that made me very angry. I did not enjoy that. And watching that, man, was like getting your heart ripped out. And then Jalen, man, what a stud, dude. Dude puts on the performance of his life and then brings us right back, ties it up, that 2-point conversion, just running through dudes. I was so excited. And, you hope the defense can stop them. They don't. They get all the way down the field, but then they do stop them. They get down and it's 3rd and 8. They stop them. I'm so excited. 4th down. Let's go. And then we get a penalty flag on the field. And, regardless of what you feel, if you believe the rules should be thrown out and, a defensive back shouldn't be able to touch a receiver within 5 yards. Okay. But to me, pretty shitty that you decide a Super Bowl because you want the Chiefs to win it. We all saw Roger Goodell after the game congratulating. Well, he jumped like a little girl onto Chris Jones, left his legs in the air dangling like a little child, and then told him, however you want to hit the quarterback, go ahead or whatever. Pretty plain to see they wanted him to win that game, but regardless, the Eagles, had opportunities to not even give them a chance. And we talked about if you leave them in the, close in this game, they will do that to you. That's what they did. And look, they're a damn good team. Andy Reid, everything Jonathan Gannon adjusted to, that you could see the defensive players were lost out there. And every time they thought they had their number on something, that is what the Chiefs do to you. Andy Reid will slow roast your ass, man. And he'd set you up by showing you a certain couple plays. And then as soon as you think you know what you're trying to stop here, they're going to hit you with something different. And they destroyed us with that, Kadarius Toney, Sky Moore wide open. Miscommunication and just beating our ass, man. And there's nothing else I could say. I can't sit here and defend anything because, you know, as much as Gannon tried to adjust to it, there was nothing, you know, you can do. Those players, you could see them. They were lost out there. Just, it's very unfortunate. So, oh my God. Just talking about it's really weird. I'm gonna be honest with you. As much shit as I talked, and as much, you know, I was showing off my Eagles gear, just waiting for anybody to say something. It's crazy, man. I really thought it was right there in front of us, and it just taken away, man. Taken away. So let me know how you're feeling in the chat. Want to hear your thoughts here. We're here the day after, man, and I'm still beat as hell. Like I said, I didn't get home. I didn't go to bed till after 3:00. It was a long drive. It was hell, man. It truly was. It just, oh man, I'm reeling. But my man Tyree, what is going on, dude? Win or lose, I love this team as well, dude. And this is one of the best seasons I've ever watched. And I told you guys before, I'm very excited about the future of this team, the 2 first-round picks, the cap space we have. And I know there are a lot of free agents, but if you caught those shows the last couple of weeks, we talked about how we will be able to move money around and sign who we need to sign. We will draft people. We will be okay. I promise you. And this team's very young. You talk about Jalen Hurts as the quarterback of the future. We're going to extend him. He is going to get a contract. And, you know, having him and Sirianni, 2 guys that, you know, very young at their position. Second year for Nick Sirianni, 3rd year for Hurts, his 2nd year starter in the Super Bowl. That's pretty phenomenal. And, you know, people are going to run with whatever narrative they need. And Hurts sucks. Sirianni sucks. Everybody sucks. Gannon sucks. And that's just what happens. And those people, you know, they said the same things about Hurts before the season started. I'm not going to take anything they say with any grains of salt because, well, they don't know what they're talking about, and they're just happy. And what's sad is you have these people that claim to be Eagles fans, and they're new fans since we won the Super Bowl, and it's like all they want is to be right about the Eagles not winning the Super Bowl this year. So you see them gloating about us losing, and it's like, bro, that will never be me. I take it way too much to heart, and I know it's just a game. It's like, it's not to me, man. It's means a lot more. And we talked about that before the Super Bowl, you know, being at our father's graves, Tyree, you know, it's means a lot more to us than most people, and that's why we're the best fans in the world. But when you lose like this, it hurts, man. But I'm very, very excited about the future. And go Birds, you know it, Tyree. And don't worry, I ain't going anywhere. And I told you I was going to enjoy this week. I thought we'd have a parade to celebrate and everything, but I'm going to enjoy a little week off, and then I'm going to hit you right in the face with a lot of content. And it's just going to be everything that you need to know. And it's all of the cap space stuff with, you know, how much money can we save with, you know, could we trade people and save money? Could we cut people, save money? Should we re-sign this person? All of the stuff you will need to know. I'm going to give you that. And I'll break down the draft, all that stuff. I'm not going anywhere. Don't worry. We were losing the last few years. I'm not like those other fans. I will always be an Eagles fan. And look, man, us diehards, we know how it is. We've been through very tough times. We've seen way worse. And this is one of the most fun seasons. So I couldn't agree more with you, Tyree. Very excited about this damn game. And, you know, how much going into this it meant. You know, I thought we would win the Super Bowl, right? So, I think we all got emotional. So, look, it is what it is. Yo, my man Drew in the building. What's going on, bro? I hope you are doing well, dude. I know it was a tough one for me, but, you know, going in this game, I really had high hopes. I thought we could beat their ass, and we showed that we could in that first half. And even with the mistakes, oh, it was rough, man. It was rough. We should have won that one, Drew. I'm reeling. And, you know, driving home from my brother's last night, it was tough, dude. You know, like going all the way to Philly, like, I'm going to be here for this one. You know, I want to be in the heart of it. And driving home, just, wow, I'm still reeling, dude. But I hope you guys saw my post last night. I tried to post it on all social media platforms. I was like, I don't know, man. You guys are going to be tuned in at 2:30 in the morning. But I almost did make one. But I was too pissed off. I'm like, nah, dude, I'm just going to snap. And don't want to do that on anybody. So hope you're doing well, man. Truly appreciate you taking the time. It was a hard watch, and we did. We adjusted a lot, actually. If you watch the game, it was crazy. We adjusted all over the place. It just was unfortunate that we played Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes, and you saw they dog walked us right into those. You know, when as soon as we started adjusting to everything, they started walking us right into it, and you saw our players were lost as to what was going on. You saw those. Look, we talked about this last week. everything pre-snap for this team will kill you if you do not study it hard and be prepared for it. And my God, you talk about those motion plays. We got smoked. There's no excuse I could give to anybody. It was embarrassing, man. It was, but it's not at the same time because it's Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes. So it's like, all right. And, you see it. It's weird. It's like everybody, out there that was, on Dan Silio's bandwagon this year, they're all pumped about it. And it's like, yeah, there's no way that a second-year coach should be losing to a 20-year experienced Super Bowl winning coach and an MVP quarterback. And it's like, well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think they're supposed to be good, but if you don't think they're supposed to be, I don't know how they made the Super Bowl. I think they were good, but man, it was crazy. It was tough to watch, though. I agree with you. Phillies lost. Yes, they did. And what's crazy is, the Giants couldn't make it anywhere, man. But I did want to talk about this. One thing Eagles fans can take pride in is how much we control every other fan base. Did you guys notice that these last 24 hours? Not even. It's been wild. Like how much we actually our team winning and losing is they don't watch their team. How Eagles fans actually like their own team and watch their own content creators and actually get excited about their team. These people actually, everything's based off of the Eagles. Do you know how awesome that is that they are that? And that's being jealous of such a great fan base. I think that's something you got to take pride in, to watch how weak-minded these other teams and fans are these last few weeks. You got to take pride in seeing such a young team rise above it. And, how troll bag kind of people are when they take pride in seeing others hurt. It's like, that's small dick energy, man. And that's something you got to take pride in, man. When you're riding with the big dick Knicks around the world, you don't got time for people like that. So laugh in their face and enjoy this day like I did, man. Telling that guy at Duncan, bro, those little napkins for you, bro. Go cry in a corner. The fact that your team couldn't even make it, that's embarrassing. So, second-year starting quarterback, dusting these other shitbirds, that's something that made me feel pretty great about this, and I'm pissed. I hate the loss. But owning other fans and controlling them, nothing beats that, baby. Watching it definitely hurt. But look, Andy's the man. I love Andy. But that dude, he starts running the ball for the first, and look, it was working. They adjusted everything we adjusted to. When we tried to adjust, they adjusted. And I was sitting there and it was tough. I was watching it with other people and, people always give their ridiculous, breakdowns, how much they understand. And just actually, I'm watching it right now. You see how they're adjusting that, right? And it's see how the Chiefs are just kicking our ass no matter what we do. That's just what happened in the second half. They got away from what they were doing in the first half. We controlled the time of possession, man. This team, bro, we kicked their ass in the first half. And, man, they allowed them to face mask us and get that fumble for Hurts. And, it kept them in the game. And it's just damn, dude, we could have had a big lead. But it is what it is. The run back had me tempted to throw some shit. I was losing my fucking mind at that point. And you could see on that one, and saw a great breakdown from Pat McAfee because it looked like I didn't know what the over pursuit toward the left was, but McAfee broke it down today, and it looks like literally Sipos just jacks the punt up and he kicks it to the right, whereas everybody's going to the left, man. The gunner on all the way to the top right is coming down. He's trying to come in so he can have that angle, and it just looks like everything's supposed to be a corner to the left, and it doesn't go to the left. And that kind of creates everybody backtracking, and they kind of create that own wall for Tony to just cut back. And holy shit. So, yeah, man, there were a lot of things I was mad about. So, yeah, I'm not somebody that's I'm pissed about all of it. There was a lot to go around, and this team had many chances to finish it. If you wanted to smash them last night, you're not a fair weather fan. You are not a fair weather fan. It means you love this team. Yeah, I don't know who's telling you there's not, but dude, you guys got to stop listening to these weirdo people. The punt return, yeah, man, that made me want to, dude, trust me. And being there with my brother, it was awesome, but I was like, man, people are about to die tonight. It was, not good. Yo, hey, appreciate you tuning in. Yo, and look, I will talk to you guys. Look, I'm not going anywhere. We're going to break this down just like we do every off season. And this week is going to be a lot less of an off season to wait for, right? It's all coming right around the corner. So No fear, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be right here. You know the media is pumped. They're going to lose everyone. This team's going to suck. They'll never be back. Let those whiny-ass douchebags go back to telling us how Hurts can't develop. Don't understand this defense. Don't understand Sirianni or how we – who cares? You don't know how to do math, bro. We don't give a shit about your cap theories. We don't. And literally, I've already seen it. And it's like, bro, let daddy get a little rest. I'll get up, and then I'll dog walk your asses again. So it's so funny. And I had so many people saying stuff like, oh, you guys lost. I thought you predicted the Super Bowl. It's like, all right, bro. If you didn't have anything to say for the amount of dog walking I did this entire season, you don't get to say anything now because there's literally no one that, sorry that we missed it just by that much, but nobody else predicted anything close to that. So it's funny seeing people try and it's like, look, bro, be your whiny little turd selves you need to be. We're Eagles fans, baby. We're strong. We're not going to sit here like Niners fans, make excuses, whine like little bitches. Do I hate the refs did that shit? Yep. Do I hate that the field was bullshit and we couldn't get any pressure? Look, I think they did that shit on purpose. I mean, they wanted more of an offensive game. They knew that we would demolish Patrick Mahomes, probably hurt him. So they're like, grease that bad boy up, baby. Slap up some butter, and those guys ain't doing shit. And, well, you saw it. So, hey, it is what it is, but we lost. At the end of the day, we still should have won that effing game. So, we move on, ladies and gentlemen. And this offseason, we're going to do that. We're going to talk about the draft, free agency, and all the people that don't understand that shit. They're going to keep telling everyone how the Eagles are going to fail. That's great. That's fantastic. I'm going to tell you how the Eagles are going to build that effing dynasty. Yep, that's right. Jalen Hurts is the quarterback of this team. So therefore, I feel very confident in this team. And I feel very confident about some in-house people. We talk about Steichen and Gannon leaving. Okay, we talked about that before the season started. Brian Johnson, Denard Wilson possibly. I still think those are very, very high candidates. Seen a lot of people saying that now. So let's go, baby. So, Jorge, I'm with you. I'm looking forward to this all season. I can't wait to see new coaches are brought in, what kind of changes we make. And we're going to talk about the personnel we can change as well. And look, there are younger pieces that are going to step into places, need to develop and get better this all season. They will be dependent upon a lot more. A lot of these veterans will be going. So it's going to be exciting. We need an influx of youth here, but we knew that regardless because this was the last hurrah for some of these older guys, and some of these people will be cap casualties. So, hey, it is what it is. But I'm very pumped about the future of this team. I'm reeling. I hate it. I wanted to win. Trust me. But I'm very excited about the future. My heart aches for this whole team, man. This team was the best team I've ever watched. But, it like offense, defense, having top 3 offense and defense this year. I know a lot of people hate having a good defense. They think we should have a bad defense, and that makes you a better team. I don't understand that thinking. I like having good defense, but look, I get it. People are upset. I just think that, damn, I hope we have another top offense and defense. And I think we got the pieces in place, but we got to have the right coaches. We got to have the right system schemes. We've built something special here, and we got a lot of pieces that I think can grow. So you just have to, water the flowers a little bit here. Just a little bit of sprinkling, throw a couple more seeds on there, maybe a couple more flowers, and we're ready to ride. So Howie is always keeping me busy, man. That's why I had such a fun off season explaining all that stuff. And, it's fun to be able to understand it when, the media and everyone else is lying to people because they don't know how to work the cap. And it's like, that's fine. I'll do it myself. And, this year was awesome. And actually watching it unfold the way it did, when everyone said we couldn't even make it to playoffs or win the division, and we go to the Super Bowl. So there will be a point, and I will right now. I look back at on it. It was a good season. But I'm still pissed, man. I wanted to win the Super Bowl. Like that's, man, all that work, dude. All that work. And I know I try to think like, how do they feel, dude? Like, holy shit. So my heart breaks for those guys. But I'll be a busy dude in the off season. Don't worry. I'll be keeping us up to, look, people are going to be losing their minds. It's fire everyone, trade everyone. It's that time. Don't worry. I will combat all of it to the best of my ability. And people get upset, and that's fine. But we'll keep trying to get them to be Eagles fans again because, it was brutal having to deal with everyone not being Eagles fans until the Super Bowl. Dude, we're getting better. Hurts is second-year starter, bro. So people are sleeping on the wrong quarterback. I'm all about, improvement here, and that's what this team will do. So I'm all about it. Gannon is crumb bum. No, I loved having the number 1 defense this year. I did. But sucked playing Reed and Mahomes and watching them kick our ass. Don't put this on the offense. It's a loss in defense and your guy Gannon. Actually, I would never put it on Jalen Hurts, if you just heard. And Jalen Hurts is my guy, actually, if you guys remember, the one I try to get you all to get on board with. That is my guy. And I think he put on an MVP performance. And Jonathan Gannon did great in that first half. And then the second half, all the adjustments he made, you could see the players getting lost. So I understand a lot of people don't understand what they were watching there, and they've been told by Dan Sileo to fire Jonathan Gannon. I can't agree with you there, but I know Dan is a fan. You guys, that's your guy, Dan Sileo, but I'll be real with you. I can't follow that narrative. But yeah, don't put that on the offense, Philly Law. Please, man. Hurts is the man. You guys got to get on board with him. Good for everyone that was watching by myself. Definitely on the edge during the game. Yeah, man. Me too. It was tough, dude. It really was. But look, it is what it is. We're going to have to build this thing back up. We'll be competing for a long time now. And that's where the joy comes, throughout these last couple of years, even in the darker times then. Because it's like everybody, didn't understand football, doesn't know what a Sam linebacker is. It's like, all right, bro, we're talking about basic things people don't understand, and they want to try to give you your in-depth analysis. It's like, I'm sorry, bro, I can't take that seriously. And it's funny, man. But I was on the edge, ready to lose my mind. But it just sucks that, you lose a game that you had won in the first half if you just kept doing what you do. And you got to realize that Andy Reid is a very smart guy, and he's going to show you a lot of things to set you up to do different things. And that is exactly what they did to us. And you could see the defenders out there getting lost, dude. And it was tough. We are all family, my man. And that's the thing. And that's what's different between us and other fan bases. Like I said, that Cowboys fan today and other fan bases that try that, it's like when you control every other fan base, that's something special. When they wish they could be an Eagles fan, that to me, that makes it the loss a lot easier, because it's like, well, at least they woke up and they're more offended about us losing, so it's like, that's a great feeling. So I do feel good about that, man, because this is a family thing where we're all going to go through this together. I was there at my father's grave the other morning. Man, it's an emotional time for me, obviously growing up, not seeing a Super Bowl until I, was like in my teen years. Then we lose to Brady, wait 13 years to get it back. And it's, and this team is probably one of the best teams I've ever watched, bro. And look, I try to get everyone on board with Hurts, try to explain the defense, try to explain Howie and everything else going on with this team. And look, it was tough. A lot of people want to be analysts because they played Mad one time, and it's like, bro, you're going to see it for weeks and months, and it's going to be tough, bro. But we have to stick together as a family because I'm going to do that for you, man. It's going to be tough times. I'm already like, son of a bitch. I can't. The people that told you Hurts couldn't develop are now about to try to break down some things that they've never even learned in their lives. And they're an expert because Dan Sileo told them. And it's like, no thanks. But, bro, we're going to do this together. My man, Philly Law, look, they're going to hate on Hurts. They're going to point fingers at anyone they can. Gannon didn't adjust. And when Gannon adjusted the whole game, they're going to do whatever they possibly can, bro. And we're going to laugh at him because at least we know there was a lot more that went into it than just the simplified versions of what they're trying to give out. And look, man, I can break it down for you forever, but I'm still pretty hurt, and I can't wait for the off season. So that's going to be more up my alley. My man Dante in the building. Yo, dude, it was tough as hell, bro. Nice to see you. It was brutal though, dude. And that certain sect of Eagles fan is now going to be on my ass. They were already on it. I was just talking about it. I'm not sure how long you've been tuned in, but dude, they're going to be gunning for me. And I've already got other teams' fan bases in their heads, bro. And it's like, look, man, I broke things down the best way I know how to. And that's talking about football. If that upsets people, look, the Eagles did make it to the Super Bowl. And I'm sorry we did not win it. But man, so effing close against Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes. That goes to show how talented this team was. And I would have loved to have won, but we didn't, man. And regardless of a bad call or a field or whatever narrative needs to be spun, we fucking lost. And that hurts. So yeah, man, it was tough. I hope you're doing well, but dude, maybe next year we'll get to see each other in the Super Bowl. Maybe Dougie versus Sirianni. That'd be nice. I would like to see maybe some revenge on Andy here as well. So maybe you guys could do that for us. But I'm hurting, man. I'm hurting right now, Dante. Hope you're doing well, but I'm definitely I'm a hurting pup. But dude, I'll be real with you. Love to see the love being shared in here. I was hopeful, to jump on here earlier today. I had so much going on, and I had things planned today. I really thought we could win that thing, and my life was going to have a lot more things going on this week, but I had to get a bunch of things done today. But I was excited to be here with you guys because, look, we're going to go through this together, as Philly Law said, and I appreciate all of you guys tuning in because this was hell. The defense sucked in the second half. There ain't no doubt about it. Special teams giving up that play, that was shit. Sippos, what the hell, man? The drop by Quez, there's so much that goes into it, man, and it just a combination of all those things. You lose to Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid pretty much every time if you do that. Now, look, I would have loved to seen if Hurts could have put on a game-winning drive when we held him there at 3rd and 8, but we didn't get it. And I'm not a kind of guy that, what if? I don't want to live in that reality, man. It sucks, but it's over, so we're going to have to take it on the chin. But I appreciate you all trying to come in here and take it on the chin with me because, boy, this sucks. I'll be real with you. Great first half, did great. Completely understand when I'm watching. Like, I understand football a lot more. You give me credit for. If you ever watch challenge that, invite me on. I don't know what you're trying to challenge here, but I think you just said something about them not adjusting. But yeah, dude, I happily, you guys, I set up that membership now. If you guys want to do shows, happily, I'll set up shows for other people to come on. But like I always tell everybody else, look, I know everybody and their mom knows what's going on until they don't know what's going on. And there were a lot of adjustments actually made, and it's unfortunate that Dan Tilio pushes those narrative. And I know people get wrapped up by it, but it's all good, man. It's all good. It's all love here. And look, this defense, they got beat up by the Chiefs, and it just is what it is. Could Travis Kelce stop with the underdog stuff? Yeah, no doubt. I saw that earlier today too, Ted, and was a little thrown off. How are they the underdog? I'm a little confused here. Look, for me, I think that, this team obviously is the favorite when you have Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid, but with the narrative he pushes with, the Bengals and the mayor and all this shit, it's laughable at this point because it's like, dude, we watch the game. We see your quarterback. They will call the most ridiculous calls. They could face mask our quarterback and literally, bro, he'll fumble and let them score a touchdown. They won't say a word about it, So, yeah, man. They definitely, well, shit. Even the commissioner will sit there, give them a big hug at the end, and tell them, "We'll let you do whatever you want to their quarterback." What? So yeah, they ain't the underdog, dude. They're the favorite dog. That's clearly the case here. So, yikes. But believed in Hurts, argue with everyone. Yo, man. I don't know. I'm telling you, it's pretty wild that people were so confused about this team this offseason, from not understanding Gannon to Hurts to Howie to Nick. I'm not sure people were really watching. And I know my man Dante here, dude. I appreciate you, dude. I know he's seen me, and it's not just, other fans I'm talking about. I mean, even Eagles fans. There's just this new influx of fans that are apparently experts, and I know Dante knows who I'm talking about. And it's like, I'm not saying you're not Philly Law, like you don't know what you're watching. I'm just saying that it's crazy that people will tell you something and it's like, no, I know you don't, because I'm listening to what you're saying and you're telling me you don't know. And it's like, it's a wild world we live in, the age of misinformation. People, they were told they're right, so therefore they've been verified by some other person that's wrong. And it's like, I don't know what's happening in this world anymore. But look, people are going to spin whenever they need to get by, bro. We're going to get by together. And F Dan Tilio, dude, he gets people so twisted with this stuff. And it's like, I don't know how they keep. Well, I think it's because they know that he can get people riled up, and they start pushing all these narratives. Fire again, and Hurt sucks. Fire Howie. And it's like, oh God, dude, this dude, he's got a grip on those people. And I don't know why, man. I don't know why. Yo, and that's right. And it's like, I was saying, I don't know if you were part of it, but it's like, I'm sure at some point I'm going to try to lift my head up. And like, I already have. I look back, I'm proud as hell of this team. But Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes beat us. Like, one of the things I was hearing, like, you can't go out here. Gannon should be able to stomp them in the ground. It's like, dude, I really thought we had the team that could do that. I thought, if the grass wasn't slippery, maybe we could have got more pressure. But I knew Patrick Mahomes can escape pressure. So that going into that game, there's so much going into this you knew could have happened, and well, it did. And I can't be mad about that. I really thought it could have gone the other way. In the first half, it did. And you're like, oh my God, even without the pressure, we're doing some things. And it is what it is, man. On the way home, I actually took some notes on the game and like watching the replay of it. And it was just like trying to get through in my head, like what really went wrong. And there was a lot that went wrong. And a lot of it's just, they're the Chiefs, man. And I guess people just don't understand that. But I appreciate you saying that because really at the end of the day, yeah, that's a really good team. Best defense has made no adjustment. Yeah, he did actually. Yeah, our defense got smoked, man. It was pretty crazy. So I'm excited about the draft, free agency. I'm excited about this team. I'll always love my team. But yeah, I think Gannon will probably be gone to Arizona. When you're a great coach like that, you have the number one defense, you usually get jobs like that. So it'll be sad to see him go, but hopefully we can get someone that runs this system, and hopefully we can get some players, and everybody on the same page. And, when you make it against the Chiefs, you're going to have to know that they're going to bring their A game. So we're going to have to find those holes that you can fill. And well, we'll see if we can do that this offseason. I'm done. You can't. Oh, man. Well, if you're done with the Eagles, man, you can send me any gear you got, any jerseys, hats. Dude, I'll take it all, brother. Anything you got, I'm all in. Anybody else that's done with the Eagles, send it my way. People call me in all the time. Yeah, man, it's funny, dude. And it's like, look, bro, if you don't know what you're watching, just say that. I get it. I'm mad too, bro. But let's be mad at the right stuff here. And it's the defense sucked as a whole, man. Gannon's defense. And it's like you made the right adjustments, but you made the right adjustments kind of because Andy Reid's just that smart that, oh, I see you're now adjusting. Now I'm going to do this where you think I'm going to do this. And bro, that's something we talked about last week that they do so well. Andy Reid is a great coach. He's one of the best in history. And Patrick Mahomes is going to go down as one of the best quarterbacks in history, and they just showed us why. And I can't make any excuses for it. We got our asses kicked, man. And the special teams play, man, that would have really helped if Sippo's punted it to the left where it was supposed to go. If Quez catches that would have really helped. But all those things did not happen. So adding the plays that caused the defense to change direction and timing the plays to do that was a smart adjustment by KC. Lonely Blee, yeah, I couldn't agree more with you here. And you talk about taking advantage of slick field. It's like, look, that's why I'm not using those excuses. Yes, they all hinder, and they hinder both teams, but clearly they take away from what we like to do. But who cares? Like that, they found the advantage in it. And every time we made an adjustment, and that's why I keep getting confused because there were a lot of adjustments, and you just saw that they literally used that to their advantage. He walked you right into it, man. And yeah, man, a second-year defensive coordinator got his ass kicked by like a 20-year coach, and he's been coaching longer than that, but, at a top level where, going to go in history. So it's like, ugh, it's tough. Watch more film than I'd like to admit. For God's sakes, the multiple jerseys of different players. Hey, I love it, bro. XFL, nice XFL. You're covering the XFL, nice. I'll have to check that out because I haven't seen anything on that, but I always love seeing some of the younger guys, some of those great stories that can make it up. So, look, bro, I'm the same way. I'm obsessed with football, and that's why. And it's like I don't ever try to upset people, but it's like I'm not going to agree with Dan Silio's narratives, bro. Like I'm watching. I know what I'm watching, so I can't agree with that. Like I get it, but yes, we heard you. You do not like Gannon, no doubt, man. Sue had his hand in jersey called face mask. I'm sick. Yeah, man. Look, there were a lot of calls they didn't call, but they caught that one at the end. So, you could say what you want. Again, we could sit here and be pissed at the refs. I'm not going to, man. We lost, and that's how it's going to go down in history that we lost. And it definitely sucks, bro. Dude, you want to talk seriously? That was the longest. I felt like driving to Florida would have been probably quicker without that loss going, 3-hour drive to, however long it would have taken. But still, oh, man, it hurts deep down in my soul. But it's birds for life in these parts, man. I'll never turn my back on these birds. Yo, what's going on, dude? Glad I'm doing well. I wouldn't say I'm doing well, but I am alive. So let's go. Hope you're all doing well. But one of the things I did want to do with you guys tonight is I do want to go over what I saw from this thing. And dude, we're going to try to decipher these notes of me. My girlfriend drove half of the way back so I could try to watch some of this. And I didn't know if I might not drive myself insane while doing that. But here were the notes I had. Super Bowl loss is what it starts off, and it says embarrassing fans, other teams. Oh, the other team's fans are embarrassing. That's true. Goodell and Chris Jones. Yeah, that was pretty weird. Goodell jumping on Chris Jones. And then the refs in the field. They were all things that I knew everybody was going to bring up. Look, all bullshit, but I brought those up. You know what I mean? Nothing you can do about it, but definitely some bullshit, bro. 2 years to get that field ready. $800,000. That's the field you had. Okay. All right. And you've seen it from everybody in the NFL and everything. Like nobody likes that. So here's what I had from the first quarter. Hurts conversion, running back. Oh, so he just went down on third downs. He was dude. We just methodically moved the ball down. That first quarter, that first drive was beautiful. We went down, scored, and then we get that gain well at the 1 yard line. Thought we scored. They call it back. Hurts gets it anyway. First touchdown. I'm losing it. Oh yeah, we're going down. Then we go and Kelsey burns Epps on that play. Epps slips on the field, of course. They go get a touchdown. Okay. Penalty on the long third down. Oh, yeah. So that penalty takes away in the first quarter that good drive where I thought we really had things going. Creates third and long. And then things kind of kept them in there at that point. I thought, man, there's a chance to break away. We did not do that. They get the ball. It's tied. And I'm like, damn it, don't let them get ahead. And they missed the field goal. So it was like, okay, all right. We come out here, put on a good drive, and then it's a second quarter starts. We get that bomb to A.J. Brown, which was effing phenomenal. Hurts is the man. But then you get the stop on third down, the Eagles defense. Then Hurts gets that third down to Pascal. That was nuts, dude. That was a nice one. I had to take a little note on that. But then I marked the Sayamalu penalty. That really killed us on that drive. That is then what creates that Hurts fumble. But that face mask, that missed face mask, that to me, that was kind of crazy, right? So it is what it is, but Hurts fumbles that. They get it, and it's like, but then they give it right back on that next drive. He has like a big run the first play, like a design run. Thought that was huge. It says big run, then the pass, then the 25-yard pass on, and then the run on fourth, or that 25-yard run on fourth is what it is. So they had that big pass, and then he on fourth down, he has that huge run where you think I didn't think it actually. As soon as I saw that guy, he's burn him, and he smokes him, bro. Hits that angle and just goes. That was fun to watch. Hurts was effing phenomenal, man. But then he gets his second touchdown on that drive. TJ made that great stop because then it's like 2 minutes left. So they're putting on their 2-minute drive. We're up by touchdown. TJ got that great stop. Then Covey had a great return. Extra chance to challenge the Devontae catch. Yeah. So they, and you every once in a blue moon will see because you are supposed to give them time to substitute. But you saw the refs doing all their best to help them get the time to see the play, get an extra, chance to see it and get the challenge there. So Devontae's catch comes back, even though I thought he caught it, but he had it, whatever, dude. So then they hold us to a field goal. We're still up 10 at the half. See, we've got some comments here. So these are just my notes I took on the ride home. I didn't take them while I was watching. I was locked in, but it was tough rewatching this. Dude. I was ready to throw my phone out the window. But I'll always love the Eagles, Nina. Appreciate you tuning in. Thank you for taking the time. I'm crushed inside, but I'll always love my birds. And look, it was a great season. This team is impressive. We got a lot of great pieces. I'm very excited about the future. The 2 first-round picks, gas space. I'll break it all down this offseason. Get excited. But right now, we're allowed to feel a little pain, so it's all right. But I'm very disappointed with you, Nina. I really thought we could have got the job done. But is what it is. Should have done a run play. Well, we should have stopped them with our defense. That would have been great. That would have been great, but we didn't do that. So I would have loved to see some trickery, but it is what it is. Now into the third quarter, a lot of miscommunication right on that first drive. You can see the defense getting you could see they started playing with us. We start making adjustments, and they start using that to their advantage. Then you saw Pacheco with that first touchdown of the drive slip on a celebration. I'm like, this is embarrassing. Very embarrassing. You saw the Hurts to Goddard on third, and then again on that long one, probably one of the greatest throws I've ever seen. Yeah, that dude is a killer. Whoever was telling you he couldn't develop, do not listen to their football takes. This dude, he is phenomenal, bro. That was amazing. And then only for Quez, to go in that third quarter, drop the ball, only got a field goal in that third quarter. That didn't like that. That Quez drop, bro. And it kind of looked like he was getting held there too. So if you're going to be calling ticky-tacky bullshit, just a thought. And then the fourth, man, you have that wide open Kadarius Toney play we talked about. Look, man, the motion, we talked about that all week and for 2 weeks. And they used it to their advantage. They used us, over adjusting, I guess you could say. You'll hear Dan Tilio say they didn't adjust. And it's like, well, we did. And they took advantage of that. So it's like, son of a bitch. And they dog walked us, bro. And it pains my heart. That wide open touchdown to Kadarius Toney where Slay just gets whoop, whoop, lost in translation, bro. It's like, you can blame it on everybody, whoever you want, man. I don't want you going after Slay or it just, dude, everybody, man. It was tough. But then the punt, and a lot of people, I wouldn't have punted there. I think we were like at our own 30. So I kind of got it at the time. I mean, if I wanted to pull the balls out, I would have done it. But I guess I got it at the time. But who would have thought it would end up like that? And then he would shank it and kick it all the way to the right when it's supposed to go to the left. And I appreciate Pat McAfee for really breaking that down today. So, bro, that return to that really fucked us up because they were up by 1 at that point. And then it was, they're up by 8. But, dude, they go in more wide open right after that. So it's like they ran almost the same thing. Now, saw people say, they're like, oh, well, you did the same thing in defense. It's like, actually, we had more of a zone. And the first one and the second one, it was like cover 0. So 2 completely different defenses to try to stop that same play. And they could have done the same thing on the other side. They know what they're doing, man. And they're really good. So, but then right after that, Hurts puts on an effing drive of his life, goes down, gets his 3rd touchdown. And then that effing 2-point conversion, man. What a monster. Just running those effing dudes over. Ties it up, man. And then the last note I have is horrible call. Defense smoked. Yeah, man. That's what I was seeing while trying to watch it, while trying not to just, dude, I can't. The rage I felt, I haven't really had to feel that this season. Even when things were bad, it was like, all right, dude, we can work on this. But to make it to that pinnacle, it's like getting your heart ripped out, man. And that's what it felt like. I'll be obsessed with this game for a while. I'll probably watch every film I can. Yeah, man. I really thought we could win it. I'm somebody that will torture myself. I'm fine with it because I want to know how we can fix what we can do to be the best. And here's what's great. We've got Nick Sirianni still, and a lot of these guys on the staff have a lot of the same ideas of what they're trying to do on offense and defense. And I know a lot of people hate having a top defense, and I know that they think, the best defense is not a good thing. But thankfully, we have the system in place that is the best defense. But if you got miscommunication, you got guys not executing, not hitting their gaps, you're going to see what happened yesterday. So I'm going to torture myself with this game, but it's all right because I'm going to talk about how we can use that torture to grow and get better, baby. And I know nobody wants to hear that right now, but that's what I do, baby. And I love my birds, and I will not give up on them. And you know that it's my therapy because bro's on my damn deathbed. And look, I told you I'll bleed green until I die because literally that is what will happen. And I'm okay with, people, jumping ship, whatever. Look, we didn't need bandwagon fans. We love our team no matter what, man. And we're all hurting right now, but we're going to get through this together. We are. Yeah, man. The unfairness was pretty bad, right? You saw they were definitely helping the Chiefs all night. You could see it. So appreciate you pointing that out. Karma will be a bitch for the Chiefs fan. You could see, with Goodell telling them, look, I helped you out. You could do whatever you want to the quarterback. We try to get the refs to give you a call. So appreciate a Chiefs fan tuning in and admitting you could feel it, man. You could. Tony and Sky Moore play where they were wide up. Yeah, I was just talking about that, man. So, yeah, and exactly. They got that from Doug Peterson, man. And that we talked about those motion plays, bro. It is what it is. And look, you saw it. You even see, the Chiefs fans saying it here right now. look, they don't feel good about this win. They feel down about this. They know they got away with one. And I appreciate you coming in here and saying that. And I hope you guys do get your karma, because that was rough. But thank you for letting us know you can't even enjoy this win and you would rather watch Eagles channel because you feel about cheating. Hey, man, appreciate you, dog. Thank you so much for that. Us Eagles fans, we're tough, though, man. We're going to make it through this. We are not like you guys. We do not give up on our teams when we lose. Nitpicking versus crying, no doubt. And that's the thing. I know how to break it down into detail. That's why I do it better than anyone else every year. And it's like, I'm not trying to toot my own horn. I'm just giving you a fact. I mean, we saw this all season. So it's like, I don't allow stupid narratives, because I'd rather talk about what's actually happening. You know, like people are like, oh, you're an asshole. It's like, bro, I'm sorry. I cannot. I'm not into this whole Trumpian lifestyle where it's like, well, I know more than a doctor because I watched this YouTube video. And it's like, Jesus, what world are we in here? Experts are now experts because they won a Madden championship. Like, that's, God help us all. God help us all. Great O-line, but if you're a D-line, yeah, man, that slippery when wet grass, very beneficial to them. Pretty weird. You know, Patrick Mahomes going in there with an ankle injury, us having a historical pass rush. It's weird that they had 2 years to get that ready, $800,000, and yet it was wet and benefited the Chiefs. Really weird. It's almost as if Roger Goodell would jump into the arms of one of their players afterwards because he was happy they won. It's almost as if they'd call a ridiculous call at the end. Now see what you're doing. Now you're getting me. Don't want to be that person. I don't want to be a 49ers or Cowboys fan. That's not me, man. We lost. I got to take it on the chin, dude. We got to take it on the chin. As much bullshit as we saw, we got to be the Eagles fans we know and love, and the world hates because we're so damn passionate about. It's all right, man. We will rise again. Jalen Hurts is our quarterback. That right in itself, there is hope for the future. You know, breaking NFL records, 70 rushing yards, most by a quarterback in Super Bowl history, 3 rushing touchdowns. The 4 touchdowns is the most by a quarterback in history. I mean, come on, dude. Oh, they can, and they'll try to slander him too, I'm sure. It's like they did this all season, but we can't listen to it, man. We can't listen to their slander. Let them hurt. And understand that when you control other fan bases like that, take pride in that. Don't get mad at it. Like, laugh at it. Be like, bro, I thank you for, wasting your time and not enjoying a win. Like, dog, thank you for giving me your soul. Take it. Oh, dude. And that shows you that they know the future is bright for the Philadelphia Eagles. And that makes me feel a little bit better about it. I'm not going to lie to you. So thank you, all the fans out there that are helping the Eagles rise above. Kind of hard not to say something, amigos, and limping comers out almost running like Hurts. Yeah. Well, I mean, are you talking about, it's hard not to say something. I mean, he goes, oh, you're talking about the real conspiracy theory stuff that he went into. Oh, no, that's not true. They give them injections of stuff all the time. That's football. But yeah, man, everybody's going to roll with whatever narrative, whatever they need to get by. And I'm going to sit here and tell you, go Birds, because that's just where my heart's at. And I'm hurting inside. I'm crying inside. And look, I was daring people there. I was like, man, old me is about to come out. I'm about to take myself back 15 years. Let somebody say something to me, dude. You know me, rocking my Eagles guy. I had an Eagles hoodie, had an Eagles t-shirt on under my, dude, I had everything was, no matter what I'd be wearing, you would see me at some point with the Eagle stuff. I gave everyone the opportunity. And weirdly enough, nobody said anything, but I also probably had the look of, if you'd like to live, maybe don't say anything, but exactly. It's football, man. You win some, you lose some, and look, bullshit calls will happen all the time. And some games you'll feel, hey, and it's sometimes you're like, hey, so it sucks. But people are always going to get rowdy with that stuff. And dude, and it's awesome. And I thought it was hilarious when I saw that and someone tagged me in something. I'm like, Jesus Christ. But man, we can't be those fans, I know you're just joking, but we lost, man. It hurts. I was the only person that predicted this team going to the Super Bowl, and with Hurts and all, I had my hopes were through this roof, bro, to the heavens. I was the most optimistic person about this team. So to see us make it, it was like, it felt good, man. And it feels good anyway because of predicting that we'd make it and predicting his development and the defense being top 3 and all that stuff. It was nice to be right about all of that, but it still hurts because I just wanted them to win the Super Bowl, because people think it's about, most people just want to be right. I just want to see my team win. And when it's other things, I want to be right when I know what I'm talking about. Like, I just want to provide correct information. That's what it is about me. That's what I want to be right in. Not, oh, let's hope Dan Silio's, hot take is right one of these times. That I could never play. Right? And people always get shocked by that stuff. And it's like, dog, I wish they would have had that when I was playing. Like, now I never played at a level that they gave a shit about me. It was just get your fucking ass back in there. We're taping you up. So that's why these knees and ankles are beat today. But look, bro, it's cool. They've got the money and they keep the sport going. I wasn't mad at it. People were like, oh, Mahomes went down with that TJ stop. And I was like, no, we do not effing cheer that kind of stuff in these parts, man. Like, and nobody was cheering it, but it was just like, I want him back in this game. Like, I do not want to win this Super Bowl without beating Patrick Mahomes. I want to know this is the best defense. Now, sure, would I have loved to win it and go back and be like, well, but I just don't want to see anybody hurt. And I didn't want all that bullshit. So it sucked, though, and bro, that dude, he's a beast. And you saw him come back, 4 weeks ago, a month ago, almost, in that game against the Jaguars. Was it? Right? Yeah, it was against you guys. Wasn't, because Jags, Bengals, I think that was, or whatever it was, the Jags or the Bengals game. He got hurt. Henny came in. I think it was the Jags. And then dude's a beast. Mahomes is one of the greatest quarterbacks of ever that I've ever watched. And I remember people were knocking him pre-draft. But pairing him with Andy Reid, we see how damn good they are. And look, I can't deny that fact. And like, I'm not sitting here Gannon's the best. No way, dude. I'm not defending anybody, but I'm not going to sit here and say he didn't make adjustments and shit, because he did. He made a lot of them. I was literally watching them. But what I am going to say is, maybe they weren't the right adjustments, and maybe you should watch out for the fact that Andy Reid's so smart that he's going to wait for you to make those adjustments, and then he's going to do the complete opposite. It's just, that's what they do. And if you go back to those videos the last couple of weeks, I'm not going to watch them because I don't even want to talk about it. I'm ready to move on. But I'm telling you, we talked all about all of this stuff, and it is what it is. But yeah, I don't ever wish it. I'm not that kind of person, man. And if we're going to win, I want to be the best. I thought we were the best team yesterday, and we just, we weren't in the second half, man. They really came out and they used the adjustments to their advantage. So, if anything, again, maybe they were over adjusted. Maybe should have just stuck to, I don't know what you do there, honestly. Well, I do for a lot of plays. And I don't know if I really want to break this thing down into detail because I think it's just going to hurt too much. But there are things, Slay, people could do their assignment. Like, a lot of the time it was the right adjustment or call, but that's what the motion does. That's what a lot of the things they're doing pre-snap does. It gets you confused, and that's how they succeed. And we talk about that, man. If you're not executing, you're not hitting your gaps right, you're getting confused by the pre-snap motion and all that stuff. That's why they have all those bunch formations, things where they're going to make you show what you're doing and they're going to play with you, man. And I wish, Vic Fangio was signed for 2 weeks to come in here and help. It's like, bro, I wish you would have just stayed away, because what happened in that second half? But again, like I said, they did have the right ideas. So I thought, Gannon and Fangio, they did their best against, Andy Reid, but he's just too good. And it's unfortunate to even sit here and say that, because it's like, I truly feel if we had a field of real grass, we would have kicked their ass. And I know we wouldn't have got, a lot of sacks, because Patrick Mahomes is Patrick Mahomes and he can avoid the sack. But my point is, I think you would have got pressure, and I think you would have got home on a lot of plays where I saw them slipping, not being able to use their moves. And look, the offensive line did great. They really are good. I know their tackles are bottom 4 when it comes to pass rush win percentage, but they did decent. They really did at certain times. But I often wonder how much Reddick or Sweat or Graham were not able to use certain moves. And look, neither were the Chiefs, but I feel that's such a strength of ours, especially against Patrick Mahomes. So again, I'm not making excuses. It just makes me wonder that I don't know how much I want to change. I love having, a record-breaking defense. I love this offense. So it's really about adding pieces, younger pieces, different pieces. Is Nakobe Dean stepping in? Do we let Kaiser White walk? Do we go and get a younger corner? Do we let Zach McPherson battle with that younger corner and let Bradbury walk and choose CJ instead? Do we try to sign CJ and Bradbury and miss out on other pieces? It's going to be a lot for me to break down. It's going to be nice. It's going to be a nice escape. But I hope you guys will enjoy that escape with me. And you know what? Let me show you some stuff before I get heading out here. But we talk about, the future of this team, right? So I think that, we talked about the draft picks, right? This past week. And we've got 2 first-round picks next year, second and third, 2 sevenths. I think Howie will definitely try to trade one of those firsts. You know who Howie is. And acquire some picks, maybe another second along with a fourth and a fifth, or, and then he'll trade that third and get a fourth, a fifth, and a sixth. You know how he rolls. I always say that. And then look at that. You got 8 picks and 8 picks. So a first and 2 seconds the next year. You got an additional 7th and 25. So look, that's awesome. We are set up for the future here to add additional pieces where we need. We talk about the cap space rolling over, the cap going up by 16.6 mil next year. So looking at 22 million just right now. Now we're going to restructure people, cut people, see what we resign, but I'll explain all of that stuff in detail throughout this offseason. So look, there is a lot of excitement to be had, but there are those free agents. And look, I know people are scared shitless. Like, wait, don't we have like 9,000 free agents? And well, yes, we do. And here is a list of those free agents on offense. You got Dillard, Jackson, Minshew, Pascal, Sanders, Scott, Seumalo, and Toth. I think priorities have to be Isaac Seumalo. Beyond that, not sure what you want to do with Miles, but I don't think anyone is truly a priority. It's great to have backup depth, but I think Dillard will want to go somewhere and try to get a starting position, even though he didn't live up to the first round, maybe due to the fact that, Mailata just outplayed him, but is what it is there. Brett Kern, no thanks. And then on defense, you see Bradbury, Cox, Edwards, Epps, Garner, Johnson, Graham, Hargrave, Joseph, Quinn, Sue, White. Now, for me, I would talk to Bradbury, see where he's at. If he wants top corner money, I'm letting him walk. And look, he's one of the better ones, but he's getting up there in age. I would look to get younger there either way. I know that sounds crazy, but I like Bradbury. And he had one of the best years. I thought he was phenomenal, but the system allows these guys to be, so good. So take that all with a grain of salt. And I think, this dude, not necessarily easily replaced, but you have to start looking to get younger. And there is a money thing. So we'll see where we want to, invest. But TJ Edwards, I loved his development here. But when you're going against more pass heavy teams, Nakobe Dean's going to step in there. Kaiser White was great in coverage this year. So he had his struggles certain games. So did TJ. So, I mean, you just hope that these guys continue to develop in certain areas. But who knows who you want to actually bring back. But you've got Nakobe Dean in the wings there. So, look, I'd love to have Kaiser back, but I'm not sure what happens there. Now, at safety, you've got Reed Blankenship, a young man there. Kayvon Wallace is still here, but look, you got to bring back Gardner Johnson. I'm just not sure what you do with Epps. I like Epps. He had his issues, but it's not a necessity. I would have him as a depth piece. I would definitely look there in the draft, but it is what it is. BG, I would bring him back on a vet minimum if he'd love to retire here, be another depth piece. Hell yeah, let's go. Hargrave, got to extend him, keep him around. Joseph, Quinn, Sue, Cox, I think they're all casualties, and I think that, they're, great veterans, but they're veterans and time to move on. But we do have some young players, very excited about 28 and under that are under contract. Nobody that's 27. That's why you don't see that there. But Goddard and Elliott and Maddox there. Then look at that, 25 years old. Got Brown, Covey, Driscoll, Mailata, Stoll, Johnson, Sweat, and Wallace. 24 years old. I didn't switch these to offense and defense like I was going to. I'll do that this offseason. But Book, Calcaterra, Dickerson, Hurts, Smith, Sherman, Watkins, Ellis, Job, Johnson, and McPherson. And then look at these young guys, 23 years old. Gainwell, Jurgens, Blankenship, Davis, Scott, and Williams. And then Nakobe, only 22 years old, man. So that is pretty wild. I'll be real with you. And look, we'll have some guys here this summer. These were some practice squad guys. We'll see if these guys get some future contracts, stick around for the summer. I'm sure there will be a lot of these guys, Devin Allen, Sua Opeta, Togiai, Greg Ward, Sasha Ray. We'll see if Goodrich sticks around, Mac McCain, Davian Taylor. So a lot of names to keep an eye out for. Then we did sign some people already to the reserve future signings there. So Brooks, Good Jones, Keene, McCollum, and Williams. So a lot to look forward to in the future and a lot to break down throughout this offseason. But look, this is tough and it's going to hurt for a while. I mean, there's no way this is going away anytime soon. And I can't promise you any kind of joy is coming. It hurts, man. But 7-star, yes, you just saw that list I was showing you there. So, ladies and gentlemen, there's going to be a lot to talk about, and I'm going to be breaking it all down this offseason. So I hope you won't go anywhere. I know a lot of people will be jumping ship, only come out of the closet when we're winning. If you're not one of those people, you're one of those diehards who loves your Birds, even when they lose. Well, I can't wait to talk to you throughout this offseason. If anything happens crazy in the next few days, I will be back. But I'm going to take this next week off here. Enjoy the week off. I thought we were going to be celebrating, but like I said, I was going to give myself a breather. Went pretty hard here this year, but I'll be right back with all that information. But if there's anything crazy, you guys will see me on social media. You need a question about the cap answered, anything like that, you know I'm right here. But in this week off, I'm going to be creating a lot of stuff. I'm going to be getting myself ready for all the draft stuff, the free agencies. I'm not really taking any time off. I just want to take this time to get stuff ready. I want to make this an even better experience than last year. And we named how many people that we signed and drafted and all the things that would happen. So I'm going to try to do my best again this year. Appreciate all of your support throughout this season, guys. And look, I love you. I know a lot of you guys tune out after the season. I get it. But me, I could never do it. I'm just 24/7 Eagles 365, man. But if you're obsessed like me, I hope to catch you around. And look, I'm not really going anywhere. And as I said, as stories come out, I'll have like quick hitters for you and stuff. I'm just not putting any big shows together. That's all I mean. So we'll probably have a Fan Friday, though. Expect that. I'm not going anywhere is my point. But I need to take a little bit of a breather here. Take this on the chin because, man, it hurts. Really does. But let's figure it out. Let's get some draft picks going. Let's get some free agency stuff going. We'll get this train moving. But I really do appreciate all of your support throughout the season, guys. Appreciate all of you who just started tuning in. I know some of you new listeners. Cannot thank you enough for the support. Hope that you looking forward to this all season because you think I put work in during the season. Wait till you see my off season. So cannot wait to talk to you, Drew. Don't be a stranger. Feel free to reach out, man, on whether it's Facebook, YouTube, whatever you're using, guys. Love to talk some birds with you. I'm always down. I don't go anywhere, man. You guys know it. So I love you. Try to, I don't know, try to find joy in your family. That's what I've been doing. I'm so lucky to have you guys. I love you guys. That's all I can do because it hurts. It really does. So find hope in the fact that we still have Hurts. We've got Sirianni. We've got Howie Roseman. Jeffrey Lurie's the owner. So we've got good things in place. Let's build on those. Let's look toward the future as soon as we can. This is going to hurt for a little bit, though, and that's okay, man. It was a great season that they built upon. Just fell a little short. But I'll be back soon. And until then, I'm Jimmy Smith. And this is On the Road to Victory. You all stay safe out there. And as always, go Birds!